When analyzing the market, I make use of four major time frames, which is the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame, the 45-minute time frame, and the 15 minutes time frame. And I'll explain how I make use of these time frames. So I make use of the 4-hour time frame here. This is the first time frame I check to check the overall trend of the market. What is the market doing? Is it still consistently respecting trend, or is market trying to shift away from the trend? So presently here, if I want to analyze this market like this now, I will check. The first thing to check is the higher highs, the major higher highs and the major higher lows, whether it's being broken or not, or whether price is still consolidating within it. So here like this, I will check the higher time frame and see that this is the major higher high, and price has broken it, and this is the major higher low, and price did not break it to the downside. So this market now has qualified to me that this is a very bullish market. This is a very bullish market. Then I will go to the 1-hour time frame to check whether price is still respecting trend in the direction of the 4-hour time frame, or that price is against the trend. Let this just load up a little. And in the 1-hour time frame, I also look for trend line liquidities that price may likely sweep either to the upside or to the downside, depending on where the trend line liquidity was located. Here like this, I check the trend and it's still maintaining the bullish trend, because here price is still giving us that series of higher highs and higher lows, and hasn't broken any major lows. It hasn't broken or closed below any major lows. So price here is still indicating that it's still going up, but here it's going to be very tricky stuff because price just broke the major high, and it's necessary for price to give a pullback to the downside or keep maintaining this higher high to a certain region, because now price is in its all-time high. So once I check this like this, and I check whether there's any trend line liquidity that price is going to sweep to the downside, and here there's an obvious trend line liquidity, but this trend line liquidity might not be swept immediately. This trend line liquidity might not be swept immediately, and this trend line liquidity simply means that price is going to sweep it to the downside. So price is going to clear this trend line liquidity to the downside. Then after checking for in the 1-hour time frame whether price is still respecting trend even in the lower time frame, I see yes, price is still giving a series of higher highs and higher lows. That means here I'm going to keep looking for buys. Now go for the 45 minutes time frame to look for my point of interest using the strategy I trade, and to look for my entry zones during my point of interest. And here with strategy I trade, I simply have seen my point of interest. I will just mark it out, and once I mark my point of interest, I will just wait for price to come to my point of interest. And once price comes to my point of interest, then I'll be looking to take buys here in this my point of interest. Now using strategy I trade and everything to make me indicate that this is my point of interest. If you want to understand strategy I trade and how to get to know your point of interest, especially in a trading market, then click the link in the bio. You see a series of trainings I have concluded. You can watch those free trainings, or you can register for the Annie Trading Hub Academy, and we'll teach you every single thing about strategy. After doing this, then with my strategy I trade, I check this for my point of interest. Then I go to the 15 minutes time frame to look for my confirmation. And to look for my confirmation simply means that this my point of interest now is huge. I cannot just place my buy tool here because my SL is going to be very large. And when I come to 15 minutes time frame to also confirm that my point of interest is very valid, I look for whether there's any liquidity that price is going to sweep to come down to my point of interest before going up. And yes, there's a liquidity for price to sweep before coming to my point of interest. So I expect price is going to clear this liquidity, come all the way down to my point of interest, and give me the buy I'm looking for. And here the 15-minute time frame, how I look for the buy is that I simply come all the way to this zone that I've already marked, and I look for another zone here. And the zone I normally look for around here is an order block zone, right? An order block zone around this particular place. And how to draw a valid order block, you can check my past videos, I've explained that. And how to draw a valid order block, I come here, look for the order block that has not been mitigated before. An order block that has not been mitigated. So when I find an order block that has not been mitigated, then I take my entry, and this right here is another block that has not been mitigated. This right here, level that's close to my zone that has not been mitigated, and here I just take my entry to the upside, and boom, this is how I make use of time frames to trade. This is how I make use of time frame: 4 hour, 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 15 minutes time frame to trade. If you want to learn everything about technical analysis and how to trade the market, the financial market way, in order to hit TPs and how to be profitable, click the link in the bio. Let me teach you every single thing about trading.